Hey seniors, it's Mrs. Ulsis in the Counseling Center, and today I've got 3 tips for you for applying for financial aid for college. So, first off, every student who is applying to college should be filing the FAFSA, and that stands for the Free Application for Federal Student Aid. The Free Application for Federal Student Aid is how you apply for things like grants, student loans, and work study, so the financial need-based side. But my number one tip is that every student who is college-bound file the FAFSA in their senior year, because you just never know what you might be eligible for. So even if you think you might not be eligible, definitely still fill that application out. Number 2, meet the FAFSA deadlines. So in the state of Indiana for public colleges, the deadline for the FAFSA is April 15th. However, if you're looking at private schools or out-of-state schools, they might have earlier deadlines, and you do not want to miss out on receiving financial aid for college because you missed a deadline. So again, make sure that you're meeting all those deadlines. The FAFSA, by the way, opens up on October 1st. And then finally, the third tip for filing the FAFSA, or the third tip for financial aid, is talk to your financial aid counselors at your colleges. So once you get your financial aid packages in the spring, if you've got questions about it, or if you just see that you have some concerns, talk to the financial aid counselors at the colleges that you're applying to, because they are amazing resources and can definitely help you out with this process. Thanks so much. Have a great day.
Sexual violence is attempting or forcing their partner into types of sexual acts that they are not comfortable with. This also includes sexting. Ages between 12 to 34 are at the highest risks of rape. 1 in every 5 women experience sexual violence, and 1 in every 12 men experience sexual violence. Risk factors include experiencing trauma from past sexual abuse, early sexual initiation, delinquency, and exposure to sexual explicit media. Prevention methods include the acronym STOP. The S stands for promoting social norms that protect against violence. The T stands for teaching skills to prevent sexual violence. The O is to provide opportunities to empower and support girls and women specifically. And for the P, create protective environments.
Today, our fellow citizens, our way of life, our very freedom came under attack in a series of deliberate and deadly terrorist acts. The victims were in airplanes or in their offices. Secretaries, businessmen and women, military and federal workers, moms and dads, friends and neighbors. Thousands of lives were suddenly ended by evil, despicable acts of terror. These acts of mass murder were intended to frighten our nation into chaos and retreat. But they have failed. Our country is strong. A great people has been moved to defend a great nation. Terrorist attacks can shake the foundations of our biggest buildings, but they cannot touch the foundation of America. These acts shattered steel, but they cannot dent the steel of American resolve.
Have you ever thought of how you can help people and the environment at the same time? Every place in Hamilton County is looking for volunteers every single day. From FIDO, Salvation Army, Wheeler Mission for men and women, shelters, and more. Volunteering has many benefits, from helping others and making relations to your college applications. See IndyHub.com for more information.
Back in the mind, got our pickaxe swinging from side to side, side to side. This task a grueling one, hope to find some diamonds tonight, diamonds tonight. Heads up, you hear a sound, turn around and look up. Total shock fills your body, oh no, it's you again, I can never forget those eyes.
Today we're here at Mimi's Cafe to taste test her new coffees and teas. First, we're going to be trying the matcha peppermint tea. Okay, ready? Cheers. Cheers.
Oh, it's good.
That's so good.
If you don't like Starbucks matcha, you're gonna love this.
Yeah.
Mimi will treat you right. The next one is one that's been around for a little while. It's the raspberry hibiscus with cranberry juice, which everything I love about that.
It's not super like herbal tea. It kind of is very fruity. So if you're not a huge tea person, you would like this. Next, we're going to be trying the cold brew.
Just plain cold brew. This one's a fan favorite. I like it.
I love a good cold coffee. That tastes
It's
so good.
so strong. I love it.
And then they also have hazelnut and vanilla and caramel, so you can mix up and make a iced coffee concoction.
I know that
if you
as we
want.
get closer to more of the winter time, we get more peppermint flavors in there. It's Mimi knows how to treat us.
I got the white mocha hot. You can also get it iced if you want.
Cheers. That is good.
Oh, that's so good. Oh, So next we're going to be talking about these t-shirts, and there's also stickers that you can buy at the Rock Shop. So all the money made towards the stickers will be going towards the Cat Strong Foundation, and then $3 made from every t-shirt will be going towards the Cat Strong Foundation. So it's just going towards a great cause, and they're super cute.
Over the years since the last Chinese revolt, we see a drastic change in the conduct and the control of China's power and government when talking about limitation to the people of its nation. This week, China has introduced new regulations limiting how long children under the age of 18 can spend playing video games. The limitations include no video games Monday through Friday and only 3 hours allowed on weekends. Earlier today, I asked some fellow Shamrocks their thoughts and feelings on the newly passed legislation.
I believe that it's a pretty big deal in that it should not be right, and they should not do that.
I agree with the new legislation because I don't think video games are necessary Monday through Friday when people are in schools and they're doing jobs, and I just feel like it doesn't contribute to society in any good way. So, yeah, I agree with it.
What's up, Rocks? The game this Friday is At Home versus Noblesville. The theme is USA, so make sure to rep your gear to support our country. Go America!
Westfield's having a film festival so students can create their own short films.
Students, they start making their film September 8th.
The film must be 2.5 to 5 minutes long.
Call-out meeting is September 10th, Mr. Racestruck's room, 1302.
The submission date is October 8th.
Films will be shown during lunch on October 15th.
Good morning, Shamrocks. It's hard to believe that August has flown by and we are now into September, but here we are. Thanks for a great start to the school year. I continue to be so proud every day of our students. Your hard work, dedication, resilience, and how you commit to serving and using your talents. I wanted to introduce everyone to our leadership team, but also take a few minutes to share our hearts with you and review some important expectations of our WHS culture that help us live out the Westfield way. So I'm joined today on my left with Associate Principal Mr. Bill Noss, behind him Assistant Principal Matt Putman, behind me Mr. Denver Wade, Assistant Principal, and then to my right Mr. Kevin Scanlon, Assistant Principal, and behind him Mr. Kurt Frederick, Assistant Principal.
You have heard us talk about the Westfield Way. This represents the fabric of our culture at WHS, how we think, how we act, and how we treat others. With love as our foundation, we commit to be 10% more kind, 10% more present, 10% more positive, and 10% more grateful. As we grow in these attributes, we become servant leaders, which is the ultimate personification of each of these values. We believe that although the academic skills are extremely important and we are committed to preparing you well for the future, the wellness skills and career skills, as well as the character attributes of the Westfield Way, are equally important if you are to be truly life ready.
If we're truly going to be committed to a culture that follows the Westfield Way, we must know what it means to treat ourselves and to treat others with respect. We're going to take a few moments to review some of our key expectations related to bullying, discriminatory harassment, and to suicide reporting protocols so that everyone feels equipped and empowered to support not only yourself, but each other.
Bullying can be considered repeated acts or gestures, verbal or written, in person or electronic, against another student or group of students with the intent to harass, ridicule, humiliate, intimidate, or harm another, creating for them a hostile environment. Bullying is a one-sided, targeted attack on another. We do not tolerate bullying of any kind at Westfield High School. Whether it is inside of school or outside of school, you need to report it. Here is a review of our reporting process. you will first report to your counselor or teacher. If it is cyberbullying, please save the post so that we are able to address them. Your counselor or teacher will refer the report to our assistant principals, who will follow up with the offender and the target. Bullying at WHS is a suspendable offense with a Canvas course to complete, providing education on the harm of this behavior.
We know it can be tough, but we want you to report this, whether it's happening to you or someone you know. When you see something, say something. That is the only way we can create a healthy culture at WHS where all feel safe and all feel valued. Remember, you can also report an incident anonymously on our TIPS reporting line on our website under the Contact Us tab. The more details you provide us, the better we can do with our investigation and resolution of the incident. Although we cannot provide you with the specific details of our follow-up due to privacy laws, we are committed to following up with those who report the offenses to let them know we have addressed it and to thank them for their courage to come forward.
While we admonish all forms of bullying and harassment, we want to draw your attention and communicate publicly that discriminatory acts and hate have no place at Westfield High School. We, as the Westfield High School community, stand for respect, love, and inclusion. We celebrate the beautiful fabric of diversity that is WHS, and these acts cut to the very core of a person's identity. Every student should have a voice and value and be comfortable and proud in their own skin. When we are made aware of these acts, we will investigate thoroughly and address the offender with the strictest of consequences. Those that act with prejudice and hate will be viewed as threats to the safety of our school. Again, when you see something, say something, and do all that you can to be respectful and inclusive of others.
Lastly, as we enter the month of September, we draw special attention to what this month is: Suicide Awareness and Prevention Month. While this is a cause we champion all year long, we want to take this time to remind you that mental health matters. Take care of yourselves and look out for others. Remember, if you are concerned that you or someone else may harm themselves, please report this to a trusted adult in the building. This can be through conversation, through a note, or even through our anonymous tips line. That trusted adult will be in direct contact with our counselors so we can respond to the report as soon as possible and provide the resources that are needed.
As we do all we can to know the facts, show compassion, and support one another in the areas of suicide awareness and mental health, we hope many will come out and support our biannual Shamrock Save a Life Walk during CORE on September 16th at the Riverview Health Stadium. We encourage you to come on your own, with your friends, or in solidarity as a club or team to show your support. Sign up in School Corps for this important event. Let's end the stigma around mental health and be unified in support of a healthy community.
We thank you for your attention today as we reviewed some important information that we believe has a huge impact on our culture at WHS. This is truly a special place, and we must do our part to make it even better. I truly believe working together, there's nothing we cannot do. But we must continue to be kind, work hard, and make this world a better place.